Hello, this is Xiaomi, and this is Oakville. We're playing City Skylines as usual, as I could say. And this is for you guys that are perhaps watching for the very first time. This Oakville series is a series where I do not make any time lapse. I just play for an hour or two and try to talk as much as I can, as loud as I can, but sometimes I drift away, sometimes I'm completely quiet, sometimes I mumble a bit. My voice, I'm not used to being a person that tries to catch the room, so to speak, so I'm often a person in the background, and that will, of course, you try to keep your voice heard here, but in the end it is of course a dilemma because I do fall down into talking more quietly and even being totally quiet. So, but I'll be trying, and I think this is good for me to do in that sense that I get a feeling for speaking and stuff like that as well, so that I'm people that you out there can hear me and everything. So this is episode 3, and do if you haven't looked at the other 2 episodes, do feel free to do that. That would be cool. I'm not the best of players, I should say, but I enjoy playing City Skylines, and I also enjoy what I create, and my goal with placing videos on YouTube is that I want to share with my creativity and what I've done. I mean, sure, it's all fun to play this game and look at it yourself, but it's always when you sort of create something that you're proud of or something like that, it's always nice to let others see it. And that's pretty much why I place it on YouTube. And it is sure, who wouldn't want to be able to make money out of something that you do for fun? But it's not why I do it, because I don't have that what should I say, I don't have that strength to be able to promote myself and all that is demanded of you if you want to become a YouTuber where you earn money. So I'm doing this for fun, and I'm doing it because I want to share my creativity and what I create, and sometimes it looks horrible, and sometimes you just get something just right and you just feel proud of yourself, and then you sit there at home and nobody is watching it, and why am I playing this game? So that's why I started this channel and wanted to share what I do here on YouTube. So yeah, now you know why. But yeah, I think we should be trying to build something, shouldn't we? We want to get more people to move in here so that we can start with trains and stuff like that. That would be nice. My biggest concern is that people don't move into these houses, and no matter how much parking stuff I put there, it doesn't show up, so to speak. And that is, of course, something that it doesn't get better, so to speak, with when I put in a lot of parks and stuff like that, which should be raising the land value and everything, and I think the land value is quite high. I mean, it is, yeah. The water here is driving it up crazily, or crazy, like crazy, but only 18 out of 30 households. And I have quite high demand for people to move in, so I don't get it, to be honest. I mean, but I've been considering if this could be that these are low residentials and stuff like that, that perhaps they need to have a little less land value for people to move in. I don't know, actually. Because when I started fixing this and placing park stuff and everything, there were actually less people living here than living in this. Because I did make 2 districts out of these 2 places, and that's what I got. Less people living in this one here than in this one. So very strange, but yeah, what can you do? But anyway, I don't think we want to have this because it's nice. It looks pretty when you do this, and looks awesome when all the lights and everything, and it's very beautiful. But it's a pain in the neck to build and stuff like that. So I always go like this, and I try to lower down sometimes and watch in night mode, so to speak. But let's get rid of these blue stuff here. These are very annoying. It is because I have roads, or not roads, I have yeah, what you may call it, these pedestrian roads down there, so that they can get across the street without and I think I'm gonna be doing this, yeah, or maybe not that, but there, and there they shouldn't be able to cross, right? So now if they want to get over this, they have to get down to this one. The problem is you have to go, if you come from this way, you have to go up here, you have to be up here, so you have to go here, you have to decide not to go on this, down there, because you can't cross here, but they can get down here and cross there, so let's not bother too much. I want to have it a little prettier here, and getting it a little prettier is for me trying to get like that. There we go. But that doesn't help here. So what I have to do here is get something called pavement. Pavement. I forgot an E there. Pavement. Like that. And these guys here, I think these ones are really nice. I don't think I want this one. No, that's too big. That's what she said. Anyway, sorry about that. And I want to place it, but you can see that it lifts up, so I have to place it, and then I have to use move it, and then I can place it precisely where I want it. You can see that this little line here is quite annoying, so I lift it up I'll take one press at leveling up. Let's see if we can. Now I want it perhaps a bit, not that much that it covers, like that, or that. And we copy it because we want to cover up this place as well. And so we do like that. Now, when you do this, you get a very annoying grass going up here. And the only way I've found out to remove it is use either grass or pavement like this, and it takes it away. It's a bit of a shame that you'll have to do like that, but yeah, everything you can see these grass that sticking up on the ground, and it does it everywhere like this. And for me, I think it's quite annoying, to be honest. So I usually try to do something like this, cover it up, and then I do something else. But I'm thinking maybe I should do the entire place in here. Let's do like this, and everything is supposed to be, let's not have that big because we paint places where we don't even see. So let's go out there. Like that. And like that. And this is the annoying thing here, that I can't really get a smooth road here because I get these lines, as you can see here. Now I am okay doing something like this. But it doesn't look very pretty, to be honest. But yeah, I'm okay with it. But not more than okay. So let's see what we can get all the way down here. Like that. And like that. And just make this a little more like that. And then I want another one here, of course. So let's just place it and move it with move it. Move it with move it. There we go. That makes it looks okay. And we copy it and place one on the other side there. And now we can't see the blue. The blue is gone. And that is perfect for me. But you don't have to see down to the... This is so ugly. And it sort of destroys the experiences with playing the game as well, I think. But yeah. We have found some solution to the problem though. So let's hope that this will look okay. Okay, let's just copy, place it down there, place one there, and now we take away copy, and now we can move this. I think I want it somewhere around there. And this one doesn't seem to be interfering with anything that makes it look stupid, no. I think that looks good. But I think we have this still to correct. So let's do that. Nope, like that then. And we go all the way with this road here. Well, I do find this quite annoying that you can't get it looking better than this actually, but yeah, let's be satisfied with this. I'll have to be, as they say. I don't have much of a choice. Doing the same thing here, I guess. Going all the way out here. Like that, yes. And that one, we don't want that last piece. That looks okay, I think. So let's place a pavement there and a pavement. Well, we have to place one here and move that one. Like that, yes. Marvelous. This one. Like that, yes. Yep. Now, I don't want it to look like this, of course. I mean, I don't want them to be completely with only concrete everywhere. I mean, it doesn't matter how poor the neighborhood is, there is still some grass areas. So I have another one here that grass, and most of these are not very good. I mean, you can see the pavement straight through or whatever, but I do have, if I flip down here and we come to the same creator, I think, with these. And these ones are good because these, I'd like these. I can place them like this and they totally cover up everything, and there's no grass sticking up like there is in a lot of other stuff. So I really love that. I mean, there's no grass sticking up. It's well cut and looks beautiful when you place it. I think that it looks beautiful anyway. So, and although I want you to look at my videos, it's what I think that goes, because it's still my city. Oakville is my little city. Like that. I'm thinking maybe that should be the only grassy area, or maybe I should do some round thingamajigs in the corners here. I think maybe I should be using the bigger one and go like that. Yes, and then to this one, like that, and last to this one. That's it. Now that's been cleaned up and it looks a little better. But the most of all is, what the fudge is he doing on the pedestrian road there? That's what's weird. But anyway, the important thing was to get rid of that blue ground and that, well, abyss. But it gave. You can see here as well. Here is something like that as well. So I really would love to paint some pavement in this area here or whatever, and use, but maybe I can use a grass instead here. You can see it's too far down there. Let's see if we can't do something like that. Yeah, that looks, it's better than the blue stuff anyway. So let's keep it like that. And then we have something here as well. Oh, let's see if we can't use a little smaller one. We'll have to place it and then move it, because as soon as I get close to that tunnel or whatever, this building, it sort of lifts it up, and all of a sudden you have the grass in the middle of it. So, but we have that done as well. What I'm thinking about now, we're missing people in the industry, but we have a demand for commercial. So maybe we should do some commercial stuff, and with that maybe we can get in some more people. Maybe that will raise the people that moves into these places here. Let's try it anyway. So we need some commercial buildings. Let's see what we have here that we can place. We have a Burger King. Do we want a Burger King here? Nah. Pawn shop. Pier 1 imports. That's then we have a luxury. Maybe we can bring in some people to buy luxury thingamajinks. I don't know what's luxury about it. There's no signs or anything. So yeah, but yeah, whatever. It's supposed to be a luxury store anyway. Black Angus Steakhouse. That would be cool. Maybe we have it here by the school. Yeah, let's place it there. Los Geckos. Let's have a Los Geckos here. Don't know what a Los Geckos is, but I think we can place it there. And do we have something else here? Starbucks. Oh, that's a cool favorite. It sort of fits into Los Geckos in the style of the building anyway, so that would be okay. Let's see what else we have here. A cinema would be cool, actually. But I don't think we have any room for a cinema. I mean, this is a huge building. Could have been cool down here by the... But maybe place it in here. Let's have a cinematic right there. Sort of central placed there. Let's speed up a bit because we want to see if there's 4 out of 40 workers in there, 10 workers, only 1 working there, and there is supposed to be 10, nobody's working there, 1 out of 9, 5 out of 25. So there is not enough workers to work in these places either. So I really don't know what the problem is with these communities. Why aren't it working the way I want it to work? But yeah, whatever. I'm thinking about placing some of those houses up here as well. Let's do that. Some of those Oslo housing that we have built here. Let's see what we can get out of it. If we get anybody to move in. Like that. Should be 30 households should be able to sustain quite a lot of people. Like that. So let's hope that they move in there. No one so far. But, well, there was a little raise in the amount of people. Still nobody's moving in. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing here now. There's people moving in here. But they don't seem to like it there. And that's a shame because I really thought that I built something cool there with these sort of communities. But what I am afraid of is that these are low residentials and perhaps I've placed too many parks and stuff like that, which makes these... Well, it shouldn't be, to be honest, because there's not much of parks here, so still nobody moves in here. Let's see what we can, if we can't raise the land value a bit with a park or 2 or 3 or something like that. I have a cafe that is very good when it comes to doing that or whatever. I don't know if it's a cafe. It's corner park is what it is. Placing it, I place one here, and I'm going to place one here. I'm going to place one here. Sort of ridiculous to have the same sort of park spread out throughout everything here, but yeah, seems like the only way to get it to start working, or whatever. So let's see what have been happening. 3 households has moved in, all 3 adults, so 3 single people have moved in here, well educated. So yeah, but you can see here now, I mean, I'm without workers for these places here. So what is going on? Why are there not people? I mean, there are more people that actually these high class built on a low class place, so to speak, no parks and stuff like that. And still there is those got tons of people, and it's completely empty here. I don't know. I mean, they're both very close to this highway, which is of course not a good thing. But anyway, I feel like it's something weird going on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and start a little community in here. I don't really know how I want it. Let's just build something like that. Yeah. And then I build, let's see, let's just build it 2 in, yeah. And then we only do this. And we do, okay. Let's do something like that. And let's see what we can find here. This is too long, so this is more like it. Let's place it there. So we can do something like this. Grab that one and do that and do that. Now we can move it into this thingamajig here. Like that. And now let's see if we can't have these. Place it in here. This is going to be a tough one to find the Is that going to be okay? Yeah, it has to be. Let's see. I'll press that one and it doesn't fit. That doesn't fit. That doesn't fit. Those do not fit. Neither do those. That's not. Let's see. Let's have someone special is having that parking space. Perhaps someone like Donald Trump or something. Well, this is not the right one. I mean, and this is not the right one. Or maybe I could use this one. I think this one is going to be okay. I think I want it to be leveled with that one. Like that. Now we have a little parking place here. And already parking cars. I haven't built any housing here, but yeah. Okie dokie. That's funny. Now let's see if we can have some high residential building here. Something that can take a lot of people, like something like the European Monaco. Should we try one? Yeah, let's try a European Monaco there. And let's move it to be in the middle, like that. Now let's see, 96 households. So, but of course we need to beautification, some beautifications here as well. Let's place one of these on each side as a start. And let's see if we can find something else. That's a football stadium, so that's a big one as well, isn't it? Yes, it is. This one, John F. Kennedy Park. Well, we can have it here. Let's have it here. And what is this part? Kiosk with a playground. Let's have that on this side. Like that. I think that looks okay. We have 26, 25. Somebody just left. Got too much parks here. I don't like parks. A lot of children playing and stuff like that. I can't get any peace and quiet. So they moved out. But I still want more people to have a better experience here. So I want them to be able to walk through here. So let's do something like this and this. And place one here, and we place one just there. And let's have a path with trees. Like that. Now they can get to school very easy as well, and that should also increase the willingness to live in this house. I mean, I don't know why they don't use these parking spaces here, to be honest. I think it looks like a perfect place for your kids to be. So let's do something like this here now. And it's a shame that you have to do this because I don't like it. But on the other hand, I would have needed to. Let's just do something like this. I think this looks okay. I'm considering maybe I should be doing like this as well. That's okay. That's not very pretty. Let's take, let's do something like that. I think that fixed that problem, so this is going to be irritating. How do I want to play this out? Maybe I should try and find another house to have there as well. Let's see what we can find, if there is anything interesting. Something like that, perhaps. Place it there or there. Let's place it there. And now we have, that is seamless. We don't have any problems with that concrete now. So let's do this, and let's paint this corner as well. I could really, I'm thinking, I think I'm gonna be doing like this. So, because it really annoys me when I get those lines in the roads and stuff like that. So let's just paint all this in concrete. You can see that there was no concrete in that park under the grass, so to speak. So let's see what we can do about that. That's it. I don't know if I can do like this instead, perhaps, and do it becomes lighter underneath, but then we do no. Let's just keep it concrete there underneath as well. I mean, you can see that it is grass, but to be honest, I wouldn't have chosen that grass to be underneath there, because I would have chosen this grass. But yeah, whatever. We can place that underneath here, I see, to keep the give it a more green feeling of the grass, like that. And then I'm thinking of these two here as well. I'm planter. I want these thingamajigs here under the trees, but I need to see so there aren't. I don't know why you can't go any closer than this. But let's try and figure out a way that they are in some sort of line up here anyway. Let's see if we can't get it to work there. I think that looks okay, but I think I'm gonna do all the way here. I mean, to be honest, it's nothing that is really visual. It's nothing that you really see, but still a nice touch to have. The thingamajigs. So yeah, now we have that, and I'm thinking maybe, to be honest, maybe I should have let's do like this as well. We do park entrance there and one there. We do a path like that. I think that is nice. And now they can walk to these housings here as well. So yeah. Well, there's still a lot I can do here, aren't there? I'm thinking maybe I could make another entrance right here. And then a road from this place to, let's see if we can't turn all that off. and just make them be able to walk. I think I'm going to place it here, and you're going to see why in a minute, or in a short while. Now, if I was going to try and get to this knot here, it would have been impossible because this big knot would have been in the way. But now I can do like this and pull it as close or as far away as I want. I just need to be sure before I release here now that that's where I want it, because now that I can still choose it here, I see. And you can see that people are walking here, so yeah. Another good thing. Many possibilities for them to enter and exit and to walk to wherever they want to walk is a good thing. I actually think that was kind of pretty. It looks like it belongs there. I mean, those two housings back here doesn't really fit into the scenery, I think, but these do. At least in my mind, these two fit in. So I'm pleased with that. And let's see, there is 28 out of 36 and 88 out of 96, sorry. That's an okay situation, and there's moving in people. Over 40 people is moving in. So yeah. And we are making money. We are making 5,000 a week. So I think pretty soon we're going to be able to start building a city center in the middle of the entire thing. And there is, of course, going to be only high dense. Everything's going to be high dense on that island. High housings and stuff like that. So in here, so to speak, this is going to be a high dense place. It's going to be hopefully expensive to live here, and but a lot of stores and things like that. It's sort of a Manhattan of the city, with this being a suburb like Jersey or something. But yeah, let's see if we can't place some commercial in this part of the city as well, perhaps. I mean, it could be good. I mean, we do have some restaurants and stuff like that. If we, at least here in Sweden, we do have some restaurants and stuff like that in the middle of industrial areas. And yeah, so let's see what we can get our hands on. Like Burger King would be a perfect thing to have in an industrial area. So let's start with one of those. Black Angus. Let's have a Black Angus by these buses here, so that the worker at the bus drivers can go out and get some before and after their shift. They can get some Black Angus stuff. Should I have a McDonald's on the other side of the road? Yeah. They always seem to pop up where the other one is, so. Now this doesn't look very cool, to be honest. So what I need to do is to find this road. And can I just plop it in there? Yep, I could. So now you can use the drive-through, and that's not going to be a very cool thing, to be honest. I shouldn't have done that. No, 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 no. I'm thinking it should be a one-way street, and then it won't be... Well, that would be good enough as well, wouldn't it? Well mounted. Let's see if we can't... Yeah. Let's raise it up like that so that you can read the drive-in. Even it looks very, very weird on the streets. It's with the 3D thingamajig. So you can see that the drive-through were used, but I think maybe I should move it instead. Let's put it down again and then go like that instead. That would be better. In my mind, anyway. Feel free to comment and stuff like that to say what you think about it. So that's that. Let's see the drive-in in this place then. This also just disappears. That's a bit of a shame. Maybe we can do something like that as at this place as well. Let's do... Oh crap. I can't place it in the middle of that. Let's do like that. Or like this, or whatever. This, that, and the other. Let's do like that, and then go there. We can't do like that either, can we? Because they can't turn around then. Crap. Maybe I can do like that, but we'll have to turn that one around like that. Yeah. Little roundabout. Now, we of course need to move this as well. Let's see what we can do here. Let's take this Burger King and move it like that. I'm pretty pleased actually with how this all turned out to become actually. It looks cool. I think it looks cool anyway. But it is sort of hovered over like that. I mean, it doesn't really, I don't really care that they just drive through here like that. Oof. We should be painting here as well, actually. I can see that now. Let's do like this. And do like that. And we do like this. That's it. And now let's see if we can have some yellow. Prop line number 1, yeah. Like that. And like... like that. Let's see if we can find a yellow arrow, perhaps. Arrow, yes, like that, yeah. But we don't want it to be arrow, yeah, like this. There we go. Now that, in my mind, I mean, there's never going to drive any cars in this place here, never. But for me, this looks cool, and it looks right. I mean, it's cool that they drive through there, so to speak. If we look at this place, no, that's just the backside. So you talk here, and then you stop here to get your food. You can see that the lorry just drove past, or drove through this little Fiat 500 2008. Whoa, is that a electric car? It looks like something small, like an electric car, or a moped or something. So let's see, is there any people here? 9 workers, but you don't know if there is anybody actually. That's something that is a bit annoying as well, that you don't see if there is anybody eating at these places. We don't know. So yeah. And I mean, the only thing I have when it comes to public transportation is buses or trams. I want 8,000 people so that I can start the metro. I want 11,000 so that I can get trains up and running. Now taxi, I do have taxi here, so I don't think I need any more taxi. Hot air balloon tours, I don't think I want to start that just now. And these are post office. I always forget post office. I don't know why. It is like it feels like it's something weird to place into the game at that point where they did it, and it never really started to get a very good thing for me personally. I think it was a bit annoying and stuff like that, a bit strange to place post office such a long time after the release. But let's do like that as well, perhaps. Now that one is missing water. Of course, you're gonna have to get some water when we do our rules of 22 use in the 90 degrees, and then we just go out from that. I think 22 is for me a very nice. You get a little lap over, but you don't lose any coverage of water, so to speak. So for me, that's important. So now let's have a look at that postal thingamajig. It looks okay down here. Only the buses that have problems with the post office. That's weird. But in here, there is a little more problem. We can squeeze one in there. Should we do that? I mean, we already have one pretty close when we have one there, but let's place one here instead. Let's see if that helps out in the rest of the... Well, it looks like it because those two turned blue. No, there's only this one that is a problem. And that little house over here. The rest of the city is pretty much covered. But let's see if we can't. Did we start something here? No, we did not start. I want the train to work before I start something here. But what I've been thinking about doing, and perhaps we should take the rest of this episode. I don't know how long we really have been playing, but let's see if we can start a little farm area. We have 1 million now, and I think that's enough to start a little farm place up here. The big problem will be, of course, sewage. So let's start with a pipe to release the sewage down here. Sorry. Now I want a little more eco-friendly this time, because now I have the money for it to be a little more eco-friendly. So let's draw a water line along this little road here, or the big road, one should have, perhaps I should say. Let's do something like that. Yeah. Perhaps even get it a bit longer, like that. And then 22 out. And up. And 22 out. And down. 22 out. It is a bit of a annoying things to do these, to be completely honest. I mean, but we start like that. Okay, so now we want, I mean, these rows are the ones that you use. Let's see, have we done all the right combination there? Yes. Then I want them to be a little bit down here. We place a road and go straight up there, shall we? 90 degrees is there. Okay, let's go 90 degrees. Like that. Then we go in here and we go like this. This is the farm main building. Now I want the farm main building to be here at the start, where you sort of enter into his domains in there. This is his domain. And we want to paint an industry area. So we paint a loads of ground for him here to work upon. He's a big farmer, one of those wealthy guys. I don't know how it is in the rest of the world, but for me, I think that most farmers don't know how poor average people are, because they're complaining about how hard it is for them to get things, to be able to afford a lot of things, and then they have horses and a lot of things that sort of normal people can't afford. I'm not going to go into a lot of the things like that, but it sort of feels like they are complaining a bit as well, not just they don't have as big a problem as they are saying, because well, I don't feel that they have it that does, because they are very critical and very complaining, and at the same time they have a lot of stuff that normal people can't afford. But on the other hand, it is a business. So I mean, many people with their own business do have a lot of money. So yeah, I guess that's the way it is. Now, let's not go into stuff like that. Let's see if we have farmers workers barracks. We want them to be able to live a little bit outside of his domain, because I think this is his house. This is going to be his land where he's got animals and stuff, and so his workers should be just outside so that they can come in and work when needed, but not live at the farm. Farm maintenance building, that's sort of something we can have across the road, I think. Should be a place where they have their machineries and tractors and everything. So now we need some. I always choose the large ones. I don't think the other ones is something that I need. So let's place a couple of these fields out here along this road, and I think this is probably the only thing where I like where I thought that sorry, where I thought that they were better, SimCity were better, because you could take an area like you do with this one. You could take an area and make it into a farmland, and it would build a field on that, and the bigger the farmland was, the more crops and stuff like that you could get from that. But here you have everything is square. So I mean, how you're supposed to build something beautiful with all these square thingamajigs? You need to be able to have, I mean, when it comes to farming, because roads are not straight like I do it here, they're straight. But how boring would country roads be if you made them straight? For me, they would be very boring anyway. So I get a bit annoyed about that. I have to say. But yeah, of course, it still doesn't make this a bad game. It still makes it's still a great game anyway. But it's a bit annoying and a bit frustrating that it can't be. It should be better. That's all that I'm saying. Now this is only giving 1600 cubic a week. That's what they're pumping up but it should be covering the farm, this farm good enough. So let's hope that it does. Let's see if we make money or lose money. We make a loss of 4,000 because they're importing to fill up this thingamajig here. Once this is filled up, they will start to export instead, and then we will have another flow with the cash. The money will be going the other way, hopefully. We're already down to 1,200 loss a week. So yeah, interesting. This roundabout here is totally congested as well. I mean, sometimes I don't really know how I'm supposed to be able to cross roads. It feels like whatever you do, everything goes wrong with these. I mean, it's a roundabout. It should be going quite well and have a quite good flow to it, to be honest. So, but not in this one. I don't know what. I don't know if I should make this into 2 lanes or 4 lanes or whatever you call it, and then try to make it a 3-lane roundabout. Let's do some experiment. We need the farm to work up its capacity and stuff like that before we do anything else to that one. So let's play around with this. Let's start with making these roads into 3 lanes. Like that. Goody. Now I want... Where can I... It's either that one or that one. Let's try this one. Yeah, that one went good there, so we do the same there. Good. Now, you can see that now that I stopped it, when I changed everything, it's getting very, very congested. So we need to pause it. And we need to give it directions here. If you go out here, this one should go directly there, and that one is to go in either of the other 2. This one will only leave the highway. This one will go there and there. This one will go there and there. And here's the trick. You should not be able to change lanes here. That's one of the tricks into getting the flow that you want in a roundabout. Then you have to stay in the lane that you choose. This is just one file, and so they have to be able to choose any of the entrances here. I want this one to be able to go like that, this one to be able to go like that, and that one to be able to go like that. This one if you're gonna leave, this one if you're going to stay in the roundabouts for a little while. Sorry. There we go, leaving the, and then we can choose those 2 lanes, and we can choose those 2 lanes, and here we can just go straight, because when they start to change lanes in the middle of the roundabout, that's when you get congestions, because they just stop everywhere, and it's extremely annoying. Let's do like this here, like that there, and that one there. This line goes there and there. This line goes there and there. This line goes there and there. Now, if I haven't forgotten anything, let's give this a turn as well. This is also something that should not be able to just drive up. But if they're in the roundabout, they shouldn't be stopping. And I don't know why there is pedestrians being able to walk across the lanes there. That's just stupidity, in my mind anyway. Like that, nothing there, and like that. Let's see if this gives a better flow to this roundabout. What do we say, lads? Do we enjoy this? Do we think this is the right? Is this Now it's getting congested here now. But I think it's got a little better flow, haven't it? Has it not? But I don't like that they change lanes here at the very end. So I'm gonna be doing a couple of lanes, a couple of things like this. They're not allowed to turn there, not allowed in this either. But here, the ones in this line should be able to choose if they want to go there or there, while this one is only allowed to go straight forward. But in the next line here, this one is allowed to go there or there, while this is only going straight forward. And right before that one, I want it to be like that. Now let's see what happens. Looks a little better, doesn't it? I feel might just be that it's temporary here, but it feels like it is a little better now. I mean, bigger is not always better, but it seems like this roundabout really needed 3 lanes. But getting congested here now. It is a shame. What I really would love to do is, of course, to have the ones going straight forward. I mean, this road here, perhaps this one could be buried and then build something else. You know what? I mean, I don't like this line here. And that line is because there is so many cars coming from this farm place here and going straight forward. And that stopped these ones. But it also a lot of people coming from this place and driving around. But that I can't do anything about the ones coming from this place here and wanting to drive out there. Those I just have to keep there. But I could change these ones that they won't stop this one by doing something. And I'm thinking about that I should be doing that. I'm gonna pause now. And let's see what we can do, lads, because I find it annoying, so I don't know if you do, but I do. And I want this one. And I want to do like that. And I want to go 1, 2, 3. Oh crap. We have that one to think about as well. That was not something what I'm thinking about is, of course, the train, which is down there as well, which is on... How am I gonna fix this? Bum, 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 bum. Help me, guys! Let's see if we can't remove that one as well then. Like that. Let's start with that. And then, as we said, 1, 2, 3. We just have to see what we... Let's make it 6. Like that, and then we go 1, 2, 3. And reconnect them like that. And then we take this road here and replace it like that. I don't know if you can see what I intend to do here, but I am gonna try something that I haven't tried before anyway. Let's not place it, let's do it like that. That. Like that. Let's move that out a little bit. And then do something like that. Now, what do you think about this, guys? You feel free to leave a comment about this. I mean, it's not every day that you do a roundabout like this, I guess. Want it a little shorter on this side. Let's give it out there and place it right in there. Then of course turn this around like that. I mean, to be honest now, people that are going straight forward should not be going up to that freeway, or that roundabout. It's just, that would be crazy, idiotic, or whatever you want to call it. What I want to do now as well, of course, is try and find a way for the train. Oh, I can't do train. Oh, I've destroyed that possibility. Well, let's hope that we can remember to place that back if we get our inhabitants up to the amount to have 11,000. Now we want to do, of course, control where they are allowed to drive. This one is only allowed to drive here. What I really should be doing as well is actually change this road into something like a national road or a highway, a two-way highway. Let's see what we can find. Two-way highway with sound barrier. Do we need that there? No, I don't really. Two-way high lane. This is either way, is it not? Yeah, no, it's not. How about that? That is two-way, right? Yeah, that is two-way. Phew. Let's see what we can do about that. And of course that one, and I should be able to, let's do like that, and like that, and now we change. There we go. Great. I like myself when I get things right, which is not very often, but let's see what we can do now. We get that one, as I said. We take this one, but we should not be able to cross the rows here either, because that would only be something that will do it harder. There's no other way to drive, but I still want to do like that. Here we are leaving, and here we are entering. Do like, subscribe and all that jazz, and comment. Please tell me what I can do better, what I can do, what I perhaps should stop doing, or if I talk too much or talk too little, and whatever. Just do give me feedback. I would appreciate feedback very, very much. Because I do this, and I do place it here to to actually get other people's feedback and other people's ideas and other people's and to give other people my ideas and so on and so forth. And yeah, it is of course always nice. We should not be able to cross the roads here. I'm very sorry that I from time to time just lose my voice or whatever. I sort of get quiet, and that's not what I want, of course. This should stop here, yes, and there should not be any, and those should be able to drive. And that's right, and here we need to do that as well. Here they can just move on, but nobody should be able to cross the street. I don't know why there's possibility to even walk across the street here. Let's get this done as well, and all of these crap. That's there we go. Because I have the lanes in the right sort of way, it shouldn't be a problem. Like that. Yeah. Hold your thumbs, people. Let's see what happens now. Oh, yeah, okay. Still get a little stuck here. But I think it's going to be better and better, perhaps. Let's see. Maybe if we lower the speed limit inside the roundabout to 50. There we go. Now we try to seems like it's getting a little easier for them to get out into the roundabout. Not getting huge lines like we did before, but you never know. But we can also see that there wasn't very much traffic going straight forward here. So it is the traffic coming from this place here and going out to that place here that is making this into becoming a very long line. And that is a bit of a shame, actually. And a bit of an annoying as well, of course. Why is there no power to that? I mean, the power goes through the roads. Okay, the power does not go through the roads because I need more power. So let's go back here and place another power. Here we go. There you go. I don't want that hole in this place either, so let's do like that and just flatten that out. There we go. Let's go back to the roundabout, and yeah, now there's power there again, so no worries then. But you can see that this is not getting any better. I mean, we have made solutions that could make the most civil engineers be proud of things. But I mean, yeah. How do I make this lane to not stop this lane? I don't think I can do that. I think this is the best option we have, to be honest. So there just have to be a line there, and hopefully more traffic will go to the city center when the city center starts becoming bigger. So yeah, but it's weird, very weird. Now this is pretty much 59%. Let's see here, we still losing money, which is very weird, I think. But yeah, we're still losing. Making potatoes. We still have a lot of money though, so let's see if we can't make more of these. Like that. Now we're getting loads of crops in here. Let's see what this says. Still losing money. But it's all own production anyway. So what do we do now then? I'm thinking let's start another farm. Maybe we should be, it's enough with that for that farming place. Let's do something like this then. We take away. He does not own any more farmland than that. There we go. And he's just producing corn. As you can see here now. Not making anything else than corn. Or potato, one could say. So let's make another road down here. Not upgrading, but making a road. Let's do it here, and we go straight in like that as well. We sort of want to build it in the same way, and we want to make another farm here. So let's have a farmhouse here as well, like that. And then we want to, of course, expand this area so that he gets some land here. this farmer. In farmer. Let's see what we can do here. And like that. And this time, let's see what we can get. We should of course have 2 barracks here as well. And we want a farming house or a maintenance house straight across the road here. Let's do it like that. But I do not want something like that, but I want this large animal pasture like that. Like that. Like that. And now you can see here, this is, I mean, I want, you can see here the crops becomes flour here, and the cattle shed we get. To build a used to raise cattle. But that's not what I want. I want slaughterhouse. That produces into, but do I really want a slaughterhouse here? I don't think so. Let's try one of the barns here then. Like that, okay. Rusty warehouse. Let's have one of those as well. Now, I don't want sheep, I want pigs. Pigs are so tasty. Pigs. And pigs. And of course, pigs. We get crops to feed the animals and we get animal products out of it. And here we have crops and crops, so yeah. But what we want is something, let's say warehouses. Let's have a small warehouse here, shall we? In the middle. Let's have 2. One there and one here. And we want animal products. Oh, we can only have animal. Okay, so we have animal products in these 2 here. So now we have a crop farmer and a cattle farmer. These are not making money, but producing a lot of crops, so no worry. Yeah, they made money in there in the last couple of seconds where I looked. These are making money. 51. It's not much, but it is making money. We now have 7,300 people living in our city. We have a problem with trash. So I don't know if I should be placing something. Well, it could never be wrong to have a little station here with which take care of the garbage if need be. So yeah, let's see and hope that you can't make this into a district, which is pretty annoying, because then you go, if I'm not mistaken, because you go over, you go over, you expand over, you destroy the, no, you can, because then you can have this one just taking care of this when it comes to the garbage, anyway, like that. Maple District. And now this should not be driving anywhere else in the city. It should just keep itself to the Maple District where nobody lives. Holy. Which I think is a shame, to be honest. Maybe we should do something about that then. Let's have this road here and we go out like that and like that and like that. And in there I want a little kiosk to be the center of this little city or village. And I only want people to live in little small houses here. We could have in this city center or whatever we call it, we could have a little bigger houses where a couple of people can live in. Well, not that big, but something like this. I don't know, that's not that sort of a house. I was more thinking about something like this. Let's have one on either side and one straight here in the middle. Like that. And then I just want houses, so to speak. Some rich dude living in this house, for example. Straight across the street. Then there's somebody living in that. No trailers in this part of the city. Brown house. That's pretty much the same as those, so let's not. That's something out of New York City. Let's see, we could have a medieval tower placed here as well. And that is medieval housing. Could have something like that there. Craftsman's house, like that. And somebody that really wants to show off their house here. And that's one with little solar cells and stuff like that. There we go. We have a little community here with not so many housings. Just a couple. Like that. Now I want to try and make it a little prettier by trying to align them a bit better. Let's see what this can become. But like that. Now let's see, we have 4 households in these, and of course there's a little commercial place there, only 1 household, just the way I like it. 10 households in that medieval building, that's not, and 10 in that as well, not the way I want it, but anyway. I really did do feel that that should be a park building or stuff like that instead, not a housing project. But anyway, and that's, I think the same thing about that. But yeah, maybe I should have a parking space, a parking place here. Let's do like this because it's in the beginning. Let's have this little parking place like this and try to place it like that. And let's move it a little bit back like that. And now we want to do like this as well, of course. Parking. I certainly don't want them to park on this road. Oh, we have 8,000. What did we get for when we had reached 8,000? We get hidings of those things. But it was something else. It was Subway. Yeah, the Subway. Now let's see what we can do with Subways. Or should I do that in next episode? I think we're going to do it in this episode, actually. I do have a little more time before I have to quit, so... And I feel that we are, at the moment, finished with this area here. I'm just going to paint that out as well, so that also belongs to this area. But our nut farm area is just a district, a maple district. And that means that this trash is this garbage place is going to pick up garbage here as well, which is good. So let's see what we can do. Let's go over here and try to plan out how do we want a subway and where do we want the stations. That's going to be a tough one. I really would love one here, but at the same time I would love something to be close to the housing projects here. Let's see, what does it say about it? Does give a lot of noise, to be honest, so maybe place it here in the park or here. Yeah, let's place it there. And then of course we wanted to have something here where we have all these commercials and stuff like that, and we want a couple of stops in this industry. Let's place one here and one here and perhaps one here. And now we need this guy here, and we want to place it, I think I want to place it here actually. Now I don't think there is water out here, so no. 22 is the magic number. Like that. Great. Now we want tracks. I want those kind of tracks. And let's see here. Modern style or classic style. I want modern style, and I want narrow pillar because it's not going to, and I want them in both directions, so that's okay. Alternative design. I wonder whether, over road friendly. Well, we're gonna start here and we're gonna pull it out and we're gonna go down. And we go from this place to that one. Then from this one to that one. It's going to be very... I've never had this short way to go in any of my subway trials before. So this is going to be new for me, where there will be very many stations. And I want this to like that. Now let's see. Let's start out here. Where we do go with the first line. Now we want to create a new line. Add stop, add stop, add stop, and add stop, add stop. Well, let's see how this will work. This subway station is in the middle of this building. Pretty cool. This subway station I don't think is going to be very popular at the moment, but still, there is two standing down there. Could be interesting for people to gather down to, what's this, post office? Yes, that's the way. Let's see if we can't place a little shop down here as well. And a pennies straight behind this, and then we just fill it out with industry. Like that. 16 on this station. That sounds a bit weird, but okay. 19 on that one. 0 going to that, and here is 117. So not a huge success with the subway, but yeah, we have 8,000 people, so building a subway for 8,000 people is of course something, to be honest, quite ridiculous. But yeah, now we have done it, so let's just see if it makes sense to have it in this suburb. 24 in that one. The important thing is to get people to come to work, so to speak. This is not enough educated workers. Okay, so I have problems with the school system. Let's see, large elementary is not filled. The high school is filled. I do not have No, I do not have what you call it. Oh, let's go in here and just click on it. So because it's totally university is what I don't have. Yes, it's just sort of everything got blocked in my head. I don't know why, but so now we have a university in the city as well. Let's hope that will raise the education of people. 39, 40, it's going straight up here quite quickly. So let's hope that will move people into the city as well in these houses here, because there's plenty of room in these houses if people want to move into the city. So it's a bit of a shame. I have a very high demand of people that want to move in, but they don't like these communities that I have built that I think is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not the boss of them. They'll have a mind of their own. But that went pretty quick. So should we take another look at the farming thingamajig here before we call it quits today? We can see that the lake farm is now 3 stars and making 16. Oh, and Elizabeth farm is making almost 10,000. Now that's a lot, and that's cool. Maple District, there lives 136 people, and they pretty much live here anywhere, all of them. Now the power is actually low again. I guess the subway is taking a lot of power, so let's build another one of those. Soon it's going to be time to build a really big power station. Let's go up again and see so that there is electricity here now, so nobody's moving out and stuff like that. Nope. No problems with electricity now. Sort of like this actually. Only one truck out, I don't know, lorry or truck. It says truck there, yes. Garbage truck. Only one is have to go out and take a look at everything. Maybe we should do something like this. Can this help, or is it only for forests? It's only for forests. This doesn't help one bit. No, it did. Oh my god. It's a warning. So let's place one down here as well. So all those fields will be protected as well. Come on. Ooh. Why aren't you turning blue or whatever? Hello. Maybe I should have a fire station here as well. A little one. And a little police station perhaps. A rural. Like that. And a little healthcare system we want perhaps here. We could have a cemetery here as well, I think. Let's see if we can paint this bigger. There we go. Maple District has its own sustainability. No police cars in use, so there'll gotta be a police car on the way to get here then, which doesn't belong to a district. Let's see if that helped. No, still no coverage out there. Oh well, I'm thinking maybe this road here should be a little better road. Something like this, actually. Like that. Yeah. We couldn't afford to make more than that piece of road into concrete or tar or whatever. Into a real road, so to speak. But that one did get it. I'm actually thinking maybe I should actually have more files here. Something like this instead. So that the ones that doesn't need to go into these should be able to just run past them anyway, so. But it's sort of strange. Maybe if I do, this is, I mean, it is very fine line to find the right way to, but if you place the speed limit is higher in that lane, that means that the lorries and the cars and everything that doesn't need to reach these housings on the side will pick the outer lane, because in the outer lane you can drive in 70, while in the inner lane you can only drive in 50. And the way the computer or the AI works here, what I know anyway, and what I think it is of course where the shortest time. Where do I lose the least time? So if I make one of the lanes quicker, they're gonna prefer to be in that lane. But of course, you can't. They are still going to, if they want to get into this house here, for example, and leave goods, they need to be in the slower lane. So yeah, I think, and it looks like it's actually working very well, because there's no queues being built up. So yeah, that's nice, I think. So yeah, whatever. We have a loads of animal products now, and I guess, yeah, well, only 600 is coming in as a. We don't have that much crop. It looks like it's sort of have a very high demand of fields to get the amount of crops that you really want. So let's place on 2 more here. That's it. Now that will cost more, of course, but oh, we're making money out of that one as well now, so yeah, good one. Maple District. Children 20, teens 45, young adults 8, adults 60, seniors 13. And yeah, now it's only 146. Didn't we have 300? No, 136 was before. Yes, now we have 146. So there has actually moved in a couple of people into this part of the town. So yeah, interesting. Now, what's not so interesting and what's kind of irritating is all the trucks and the lorries that needs to drop off things in these warehouses. They going through the city here, so the city, the little peaceful village here gets a lot of lorry traffic, which is not very nice, of course. So I really don't know if I'm going to there needs to be able to the lorry needs to get to this building because that is a commercial building. So without lorries being able to run in there, there won't be any thing like that either. So this is making it sort of a dilemma because I really would love to have some way of maybe I can do something like in the way of bear with me people, hopefully I will be getting this fixed. Let's see if we can, and this one I only want this one to be able to go there. Well, what do you know? That seemed to have helped quite a lot. I'm happy with that. What I can do is perhaps raise the speed limits here so that they don't have to go 30. But I still want 50 or 70 in the... So as soon as you touch any road close by it, it sort of changes everything for you. So now I just have to see that it doesn't get congested here, which is of course a big possibility with this setup. Other than that, I feel that it's actually working good here. I'm getting rid of most of the lorries that went through this village where it's supposed to be a bit quiet and nice for this people that live here. And I'm rerouting the traffic to this road here. And yeah, feels good, feels interesting. And as I said, only this one is now. The lorry should only be going up there when they are to leave something else too. Are they both going to leave? No, none of them is going to leave to that one. Why are they taking that long? Oh, they wanted to go back to that one when they come from that way and want to get back to their warehouses. They still have to do that. Oh, that's not good. I could do exactly the same on this side as well, of course. Should I? Now that I have a fire station, let's actually turn that down. And let's see what we can do if we can't build something like that here as well in this side. Well, let's see if that works then. Because what I really want is that to get rid of every lorry except the ones that are going to leave things to that one, of course. So that, having that in mind, I'm actually considering that the one coming from this one here should not be able to go in that lane there. So, or is it fixed now? Oh, it seems to look good now. Yeah, this looks great. Yep. Nice, nice. But before we end, perhaps I want to try and find a way to build a little school as well here. And I want this smaller elementary school here. Still loads of people, 300 students. I mean, it's a little too big for this little community. There only lives 147 in population, so, but yeah, maybe we can do something more here. I am sorry if you want me to stop playing here, because I feel like I'm going to be playing for a little more. Not much more. I'm pretty tired and I do have things to do and the time is running out for me. Let's not make it run so quickly. But we have 1.5 million soon, so that's good. Now on this road I want more housings. But I want some houses that has a couple of household thingamajig, so to speak. So, but that's just too much, I think. Let's see, something like this would perhaps be cool to have. Nope, that's not the right one. The right one is this. And then we end it with, I don't know what we end it with. Let's see. We have that, and we have maybe this one then. Yeah, that one is the one we ended with. Now I'm gonna have to move it around here because that one is going to be, let's see if we can't get it to stick to, yeah, like that. And then that one is going to come up there. And we ended off with that one. Does it look okay? Yeah, I think it looks okay. And then we do like that, and we do the entire structure. And we place it something like that. Now let's see, we have 50, 30, 30 and 50. So quite a lot of people can move into this little part of the city now. Let's just see, so the district still covers them as well. Yes, and we'll cover this entire place here. Yeah, like that. Let's have a look at the district. 480 all of a sudden is living here. And this house here is the one that gives us that amount of people living here. So yeah, interesting. I think so, but let's not get carried away. Let's continue to see what we can find here. We of course want, now that we have that, we want a couple of a little, should we call it a little bigger shopping thingamajigs here. I mean, Dunkin' Donut now. That's not what I want. Charlie's, perhaps. I don't think it's a first bank. Why not a bank in a community like this? Or a restaurant? What's in here? We have a burger. Let's have a burger place someplace around here. Don't want it too close. Let's have a little commercial spot at the end here. Starbucks Cafe. Plunk's Diner. That's a little thing. Fast Pizza. A pizzeria out here. Oh crap. Let's pause it so it doesn't break. What's this? Gibson's guitar. There's a car wash. Too big. A two-whale diner could be cool out here. What's this? Pristine Red Rocket gas station could be across the street from that diner. Something like this. Looks a bit bigger, but isn't very FedEx. I don't want a FedEx out there. A drugstore could be something to have out here. What's this? Mac convenience store. No, I think we have enough now. Or maybe, what's this one? Pharmacy. Yeah. Fresh market. We could have a fresh market. It is the countryside. We should have a fresh market store like that. There we go. Now I don't want anything else out here, so let's get some water to these lads so they don't die. Now let's see. I'm actually considering making this not being a road like that. Let's have a paved road. Like that anyway. And we continue with the gravel road in those two places there. I think that's okay. And I'm actually considering maybe I should be doing something like this actually. Let's copy that one and let's turn it around. And let's place one on this side as well. Yep, they're facing each other, which perhaps isn't very beautiful. Maybe I should do this instead. Place it back here and try to get a road around it. Yeah, let's do that. Place a road just in front of this. Do sad. Like that, and we do paint some pavement here. Doobie 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 doo. This will bring a couple of people, I guess, into the city or to this area here. So maybe we should build a high school in this little area as well then. Because we do want our citizens to have education. Let's paint it concrete inside there as well. They can only play on concrete in there. Like that. Yeah. Let's see what this looks like now. 771 people are living in this district, and that should be enough to make a good living for the farmers and stuff like that as well. They should have people that can work on the farms and stuff like that. Let's see how many. 213. It's going upwards, and yeah, that's a lot of children in this city. But I guess they have to commute when they start in high school and stuff like that. Yeah. We've started a little district out here, and it's looking quite nifty. Of course, I'm going to be trying to get the time to place trees and stuff and make it a little prettier and perhaps have a little pond or something like that. It will be looking better and better as we go along here. Not enough workers to work in these gulags, in and out burgers. But that house is not full yet, so let's see what can happen there. What I'm thinking about is perhaps this is the most is the place where there is extreme amount of people living, of course. So I'm thinking about there should be parking spaces here. Like that. Loads of parking spaces to that one. And I'm also thinking about something like this across the street. Like that, to enhance the experience here. Let's speed things up here and see what happens. We can see we have over 10,000 people now in our city. So this has been good for the city. Oh, 1,160 living out here in this little area. And the school is almost full. So maybe I'll have to change it out to one of those bigger ones. This one, large elementary school. How much bigger is it? It still would fit in there. So I'm thinking maybe I should replace that one. This one has the room for 1200, which I don't think will be filled right away, because that would mean that everybody living in this little village would be going to that school. So that's not going to happen, of course. But now it's 290, so it's a lot of families moving out here. And look at the cars that are coming in here, and they're all going to live in this little housing project here. That's interesting. But anyhow, I think we should call it quits today, lads. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of OakVille. I've actually been having more fun than I've had in a long time. This is not fun though, the congested road here. But as I said, I've been having fun. I think it's been a productive episode. We've made this little farming part of the city, so which I want to expand on, of course, sooner or later. It will be bigger and better, perhaps, and hopefully. So let's just hope that it will be. I mean, there is some small thing that I'm thinking that I want to do before I quit here, and I think I'm going to do it actually, because it really makes me quite irritated. And it is now. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it first thing in the next episode, if I remember it. So we've done that. We've placed metro stations, and we don't get a lot of people going on the subway, but 140 is so perhaps okay. Nobody going to the shops here, which is kind of strange. But anyway, people are not moving into these. Here they are, perhaps. Looks like more have been interested in going into those houses. And here we have problems as well on the highway here. I mean, these roundabouts should actually solve the problems with traffic, but it doesn't. It's extremely annoying for me anyway. But we'll have to see, and we have to take a look at what we can do in the next episode, because we'll have to call it quits today, lads. It's been a long episode, and if you watched from the start to the finish, I applaud you. I think you are a wonderful person, and I hope that you will be looking at the next episode, and I'm hoping that, as I said, every Friday I hope to release the new Start City with time lapse, and every Wednesday OakVille without time lapse. So, but do like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I will see you later. Bye.